Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today's phrase is to snap up, to snap up. And that's an informal idiom that means to quickly and eagerly acquire or purchase something, often because it's perceived as a good deal or because it is in high demand. When someone snaps up an item, they get it quickly before the others have had a chance to do that. It's about being quick, being decisive, and taking advantage of an opportunity. Here's some examples. I saw a holiday yesterday on the internet. It had just been posted, and I quickly snapped it up before anyone else saw it. The store announced a sale on electronics, and customers quickly snapped up all the discounted televisions. As soon as the concert tickets went on sale, fans snapped them up within seconds. The fashion designer's new collection was highly anticipated, and fashion enthusiasts were eager to snap up the latest trends. When the company announced a limited time promotion, customers scrambled to snap up the discounted products before the offer expired. So there we are. That's the phrase to snap up. Now, of course, when things are being sold at auction, that's when they are sold to the person who pays the highest price. I'm sure that all of you have been to auctions or have heard of auctions in your country. That's where the man at the front says, I have this antique desk. Who will give me £50? And someone will say, I bid 50. And then the next person will say 100. And then someone else will accidentally move their hand to scratch their nose. And the auctioneer will say 150. And the man will think, oh, no, I didn't mean to bid. And then, of course, it continues to get the highest price possible. When things are sold in this way, we refer to them as being under the hammer. Under the hammer, because the auctioneer has a little hammer he hits on the desk. It's not actually a hammer. I think it's a mallet. That's a type of hammer that doesn't have sharp bits on it. Well, anyway, Sir Winston Churchill's false teeth went under the hammer a few days ago. For those of you who don't know, Winston Churchill was one of our old leaders. He led us through the Second World War. And his false teeth have been snapped up at auction for £18,000. False teeth are also known as dentures, and they were so important to him that he carried 2 sets with him at all times, and it's thought that there were 4 sets in existence. He suffered from dental problems all of his life, and he always carried false teeth with him. For those of you who are very young, before the days of today, when dentists charge you a fortune to replace a tooth for cosmetic reasons, they used to simply take all your teeth out and give you a fake set. And they're known as false teeth or dentures. They're very common, and you sometimes see them amongst older people, although dentists these days rather prefer to charge you a lot of money just to repair a tooth rather than take it out. But if your teeth are in a very, very bad way, then they will remove all of them and they'll give you false teeth. Anyway, his false teeth were lined in gold, as you would expect, and they've sold at auction for £18,000. They were made for him when he was 65, apparently, and they were quickly snapped up by the buyer. The auctioneer said he wasn't expecting to get any more than around £8,000, but quickly phone bids came in from the United States as well as the UK, and Canada and Poland were also keen to get their hands on his teeth. Oh no, I can't imagine wanting anyone's false teeth, never mind his. There was also a microphone which was used by him on Victory Day. I don't actually know when that was. I'm sure some war experts would be able to tell us. VE Day. I really, really don't like wars and the kind of narratives we have about them. Yeah, that was sold for £11,500 apparently, and there's other things as well belonging to him which have been sold, but the false teeth are the ones which were the most popular. Many people wanted to get those. So they were snapped up quickly at auction. So that's another way in which you can use this phrasal verb. If someone's selling something at auction, you can snap up a good deal or snap something up. Right, so today's song, just moving quickly on, is a song by Tracy Ullman, which is called They Don't Know. Tracy Ullman is a comedian and singer here in the UK. She's very funny. I recently watched her impersonating our queen, Camilla. And her song is called They Don't Know. And the lyrics are quite easy to understand. But it's basically because she has snapped up her new boyfriend in this song, and she's obviously singing to him and pining for him. So we often use snapped up if someone's in a new relationship, if they've managed to capture the man or woman before anyone else has managed to do that. So let's go through these lyrics. They're quite straightforward. There's a few little things we need to talk about, but we'll go through. So the song is called They Don't Know by Tracy Ullman. And Tracy tells us, of course, singing to her boyfriend, she says, "You've been around for such a long time now. Oh, maybe I could leave you, but I don't know how. And why should I be lonely every night when I can be with you? Oh yes, you make it right." So I think they're all quite clear. Yes, you make it right just means you make everything good. Okay, she's not telling us what it is, but I'm assuming you make it right just means you make everything complete. Oh, she really is in love, isn't she? And then she says, "And I don't listen to the guys who say that you're bad for me and I should turn you away." So to turn someone away is to tell them you no longer want to be involved with them, to split up. And then she says, "'Cause they don't know about us and they've never heard of love." So she obviously thinks that she's got something special happening there. And then she says, "I get a feeling when I look at you, wherever you go now, I wanna be there too." Oh, she uses wanna, huh? Yeah, wanna is want to. I want to be there too. They say we're crazy, but I just don't care. But if they keep on talking, still they get nowhere. Yeah, I think that's quite straightforward. They get nowhere simply means that their plans don't succeed. Sometimes if you have a plan to do something, or if you're dating, sometimes other people's opinions can affect you or pull you down, especially if you're working in an office or a company or a place which has a very low morale. There's often somebody there bitching, as we say, saying bad things or gossiping to try to pull other people down. And with me, they get nowhere. Once you're aware of what they're trying to do, then they'll get nowhere. So she says, and if they keep on talking, still they get nowhere. Okay, and then Tracy tells us in her next verse, she says, so I don't mind if they don't understand. I don't mind means I don't care. When I look at you and you hold my hand, because they don't know about us and they've never heard of love. And then the song changes a little bit in its direction, and she says, why should it matter to us if they don't approve? We should just take our chances while we've got nothing to lose. To have nothing to lose means, well, let's try it. We're not going to lose anything by trying. So why not? Let's do it. You can use that lovely phrase with anything. Let's set up a new company. We've nothing to lose because we don't have to invest money in it straight away. Let's date. Let's get married. We've nothing to lose. And I think the whole of that phrase is we've nothing to lose except our chains. I can't remember who said that. I think it might have been Karl Marx, but we often quote it. We've got nothing to lose. Nothing left to lose is another way we use that. And then Tracy tells us, baby, there's no need for living in the past. Now I've found good loving. Gonna make it last. So she's still doing the Americanism. In American English, they use gonna instead of going to, and wanna instead of want to. So she says, now I found good loving, gonna make it last. I tell the others, don't bother me, because when they look at you, they don't see what I see. Isn't that lovely? She's obviously in love, isn't she? Don't bother me means don't interrupt me. And then she does her last two verses, and they're both identical. She just repeats them. She says, no, I don't listen to their wasted lines. So a line, of course, she's using that word instead of words. I don't listen to their wasted words, wasted sentences. And it rhymes with the next line, which ends in signs. So lines, signs. So no, I don't listen to the wasted lines. Then the next line she says, got my eyes wide open and I see the signs. So lines and signs. Because they don't know about us and they've never heard of love. No, I don't listen to their wasted lines. Got my eyes wide open and I see the signs. Because they don't know about us and they've never heard of love. Yeah, Tracy Ullman moved back to the UK, I think 5, 6, 7 years ago when her husband died. They were living out in America. They had a very famous show called The Tracy Ullman Show. And it was one of the funniest things. She's just a hilarious woman. In fact, if I remember correctly, it was on her show that The Simpsons first appeared. And then they went on to have their own show. So Tracy Ullman was the first person to have that parody The Simpsons on her show. I think that's how it was. I can't remember if she was involved in inventing them, but they definitely appeared on her show for the very first time. And that show made them famous before The Simpsons moved on to national TV. Yeah, so she moved back to the UK, and she just has one of those funny faces. I mean, if you look at this video clip for this song, she just looks funny, and she's a national treasure, Tracy Ullman. And I'm really pleased to see that she's still working and impersonating. She brings a lot of joy into people's lives, which is wonderful. And there we are. They Don't Know by Tracy Ullman. So she's snapped up her boyfriend and she's singing about him there. So go and listen to that. One of you asked me on messaging the other day, why can't I play the songs rather than just read the lyrics? Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but it's for copyright reasons. I'm not actually allowed to play copyrighted songs on these podcasts because I don't have a license to do that. So that's why I'm sending you to YouTube to look them up and you can study the lyrics. But yeah, if I could play these songs, this would be a very different podcast. There we are. So enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. Just a very quick note before I go. Remember that if you do usually listen to this on italki, I'm sorry to say that for the next few days at least, probably another week, you won't be able to. There's some technical thing happening, but you can always listen to them here. All right, that's it from me. See you. Bye.